this is Chris in Kyoto with a quick update on the coronavirus situation. Today is the 8th of February, cold winter day here in Kyoto. I'm all zipped up because it's chilly, and if you've been to Japan in winter, especially in the Kyoto with its older buildings, you know it gets chilly inside. Anyway, my previous video or two indicated that there were 2 cases of coronavirus in Kyoto. As far as I know, there's been no other reports of coronavirus in Kyoto. The one case was a exchange student from China who had been to Wuhan during New Year and then came back. And the other one is a Japanese guy who was involved in the tourist industry and had been interacting with Chinese tourists. So it doesn't look like it's spreading right now, but the reason that I decided to make an update video is I think that the situation with the Japanese guy who was interacting with Chinese tourists indicates that there's a potential for more cases. If you know very much about virology, or even just a little bit about virology or infections, you know that there's an incubation period after you contract the virus before you start to see symptoms and actually get sick. And I found this article from Europe, peer-reviewed article, open access. It's indicating that the incubation period is 2 to 11 days. So this means the guy who was interacting with Chinese tourists, he may have spread the virus to other people, and since he only got sick a few days ago, if his incubation period is somewhere in the range of a week or 10 days, we could all of a sudden, he could have been spreading the virus, and we could all of a sudden see new cases arising in another week. So this is always the problem in these kind of situations. The fact that the spread has slowed or stopped doesn't mean that the situation will be the same tomorrow or 5 days out. And this is true not only for this one shop worker who has the virus, but this is also true because of all of the Chinese tourists in Kyoto. There's been a huge explosion of Chinese tourism in Kyoto recently, and so obviously there were at least some people who were infected because they infected this Japanese shop worker, and so we don't know who else did those people interact with, and are there other Chinese tourists who had the coronavirus, and who did they interact with, and did they spread it to people? It could be potentially in the next week or 10 days, we could start seeing more cases showing up in hotel workers, shop staff, restaurant staff. We don't know. So stay tuned. That's my update right now. It doesn't look like it's spreading, but stay tuned for more information. Yeah, so just to summarize, cases in Japan, there's the cruise ship, which is not actually in Japan. There are the people who Japan brought back, repatriated from Wuhan, and they're being monitored. And then there's a few isolated cases here and there, and they are all people who have some connection with Chinese travel or Chinese tourism. So that's the summary of the situation. Hasn't really changed. I'm looking a little pink right now, and it's not because I have coronavirus. It's because I had a little old granddad high rye mash before I made this video. Anyway, stay safe. Please come to Kyoto. Enjoy yourself. See you around. Oh, and also please subscribe and check out the playlist, which should be somewhere on the screen. Thanks.